So we've been very obsessively been playing Division 2 again with the Warlords of New York and just been experiencing the 10.1 update. So Kuma and I have some thoughts about the update so far, what we want to see for the future of it, and how they handled the stories of bringing back New York or Division 2. So what do you think about the story itself, Kuma, the campaign?
Well, these rogue agents, these people that's under Keener, came out of nowhere. I didn't really get a good glimpse of their character, honestly. They just were there for me to shoot at. I just liked the many recordings that we pick up that talks more about what happened in New York, what happened to
It's just giving context to the world.
Yeah, I like those better.
Yeah, I like those too. Like the actual story itself of Warlords, I think was pretty forgettable to me. Like I know there were what, 4 Warlords, and then Keener, and then that's basically it. Just 5 big boss fights. Yeah, I'd rather for the story. I wish they actually had you play like, or just let you see like what happened to the original base of Division 1, because it got attacked. That's all you know. Like you hear from the recordings and people talking, but you're just like, something happened, a bunch of Division agents got killed, and assuming that your Division 1 character got killed too, and you don't know what else happened to the rest of them.
I think the I think the developer want you to watch the trailer because the trailer introduced that first attack, but we didn't know what it was actually. We just thought, hey, here's some visual, haha, have fun. I didn't know it was part of the story.
I didn't know either. I haven't seen it because I didn't think trailers would be tying like that, like for the story to tie it into the game like that. That sucks. Yeah, I just think the story could have used more work. It felt really quick also. Like we're also kind of doing the same thing. We're just going to investigate a certain thing for each district for the different warlord, and then we chase them around, and then eventually we kill them. I don't know. It felt a little formulaic by like the second or
Yeah.
third one.
In that term, yes, but the actual boss mechanic
The actual
was
boss
really
mechanics were all different, which was cool.
yeah. I appreciate that. I like it, like how they like change it up, make things more fresh. Like you have to sometimes you have to think, use different strategies.
Yeah. Yeah, they were all varied. I can think of them all. They're all displaying like the different skills that you're going to get from them. But just seeing it in different creative ways. So it did remind me that Kenley College or Division 1 kind of did that too.
What do you mean, like that incursion?
Maybe
The
it was
Ray like
incursions. I don't know. It felt fresh, like these dungeons they made for the Warlords of New York campaign.
yeah, I feel like Ray like mechanics. You gotta do X, Y, and Z, not just shoot.
Yeah. It might have been incursions, because there's like certain requirements you have to do. Like there is one I know we failed on, but just 2 of us, where we have to stop the hostages from getting killed, and then there's like electric floor that we have to avoid. You
Oh
remember that
yeah,
one?
I remember that one. That was really fun, but really difficult. I would
Yeah, that
like
was
to
difficult, but
revisit
that was
it.
fun. I wasn't frustrated by it because it was a unique kind of fight.
Yeah, I really want the Division developer, Massive, to like really incorporate these old missions from Division One, put them back into this game. Just combine both division, you know, alone, like just one thing, like how Path of Exile did it, you know.
Oh, how they're making 2, but letting you do content from 1. Yeah, that would be nice. I don't know how many times we could say this, but I want this for Division 2. I want this for Destiny 2 because they're building up all these sequels. But it'd be nice to have the first game stuff, like all the modes that we keep saying, and we'll get into that later. You know, what modes we want.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think story. I don't think either of us were very blown away by it. Sounds like.
No,
Oh, that's a
I
shame.
wasn't blown away by it, but I do like the lore. Like, just the lore is all over the place. You just gotta find it,
Right.
and then you gotta put it together.
It's more of telling the story through its environment more than anything. Like, when you see in New York in Warlords, you see like the Brooklyn Bridge, and it's all broken and everything. You just see like trash piled up everywhere, and there's a hurricane that just swept right through, and everything's just like beached. There's like boats everywhere. Like there's like environmental storytelling in that, so you
Mm-hmm.
could just guess what happened through there. But there's also the audio logs that you could go through to get more bits of what the events happened from Division 1 to Division 2. So I think that was nice. And speaking of the environmental storytelling, I think as always, I think the graphics and like the effects, weather effects and all that look fantastic.
Yeah,
Like especially when
definitely
it's
been.
raining and everything, it's really windy and everything's in your face. You can't see like 5 feet in front of you really. So I think they did a good job. What do you think? I think the game looked, on par with Division 2, like just how detailed it looked for the environment.
Well, my rig isn't the best, but from what I see with what I have, I think it looks great. And I have surround sound, and it sounds really wonderful, especially the thunder and like some of the scenes, the rain sounds beautiful, amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, it was cool. I liked it. For someone that actually can see the top end graphics for it, it looked beautiful. So we started playing this not at the very beginning of the expansion, so we skipped season 1 and we dropped right into season 2. So they had this content cycle of they release a target that you have to go hunt. You have to do specific things like getting control points, bounties, and that kind of thing. And then you eventually can go get the bounty to hunt the target. There's also things like the global events and the time trials you could do. What do you think about this content cycle? Do you think it's been enough to keep you interested in the game and to keep playing?
uh, I say it's a yes and a no. I like it that there's the stuff to do that's fresh, especially the time trial.
I
But
think that's
these
my
like tiny
favorite,
little,
probably.
but these tiny little things like these, like, oh, kill this, do that X amount of times, that gets old really quickly.
Yeah.
I'm not really a big fan of that, but I do appreciate that they are giving us new loot, new apparels to wear, cosmetics.
Yeah.
I also appreciate they giving us new abilities, like new talents, skill set.
Yeah.
After we finish up a boss or whatever you call it,
Yeah, once you
target.
finish the season, once you face the final guy for it.
So I like that, but I don't like how they like so slow with the amount of content they give out.
This feels, I don't want to say padding, but it's feeling getting old really fast. Like, I like that they're trying to find different ways to do the same content, but at the end of the day, it's still the same content. You're still running in the same maps, the same strongholds or the same missions that you've done already.
Yep.
There's nothing new about it. It's just maybe for time trials, you're trying to speed run through it just to reach a certain amount of time to get rewards. But I think this was a step in the right direction, but I think they need to do a lot more than this.
I totally agree. The global directive that they adopted from Division 1 Underground really does change things around, makes you play differently, and it push you to use different kind of builds as well, depending on which directive you turn on, such as no ammo, you can only use a pistol, or no heal kits, armor kits.
Yeah, just
I appreciate
modifiers
that.
to
The modifier, yes, that's the word.
get better
But
rewards, which in this case is just more experience.
and I like how they're like emphasizing build diversity now, and upping the tech skill builds, so you can actually play with other things. So like increase our play talent by at least threefold. Don't you agree?
I think I've sunk at least 150 to almost 200 hours somewhere in there. Just
I don't think so. I think you play more than that.
I might have. I haven't double checked my playtime, but I know I've had a lot more fun doing trying to make different builds or theorycraft it. That's always the fun for me for these loot games or anything. It's just combining like what I get or just like having a goal. Like I want to go for this kind of loot to make this kind of build. Like even if I don't use it, I just like doing it because it, I like chasing, you know, the the grind for it. I just like doing that. And I think they did a good job with it this time. So I actually feel more incentivized to go out and do this every day. It has been every day I play this game pretty much. To just keep doing like control points, the open world stuff, or, all these different events. Just to try to get the best rolls I can on gear. Or, try to get new pieces that I think maybe builds will be fun to try. So it's added a lot of playtime for me, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely a big change from the original Division One. I mean, not Division One. Yeah, Division One and base game Division Two.
Yeah, for sure.
So what do you think of the rumor of the skyscraper mode?
I know you've been saying that rumor for weeks, and I still don't believe it because I'll believe it when they actually show something. It
Well,
would
it
be
is
nice.
confirmed.
It would be
It
nice
is
to have a
confirmed.
replayable mode like that. To have like, you know, everything will be, either procedurally generated or just, random. So that would
Well,
add, something for people to do.
well, it is confirmed that they are working on that title, but they didn't really describe what is actually like. So we only hope that whatever you describe it as will be true.
They
And
announced it. They say they made the mistake of announcing it too early, actually. I remember them
everything's
saying this
true.
in one of the Reddit threads or on the patch notes. People were asking about when Skyscraper coming out, just like you were. And then one of the developers said, "It's like it's too early. We shouldn't have announced it this far in, like far away, because we don't have anything to show yet."
Ah, that's a shame. That's a shame.
So I'm gonna guess at least. I think at least 6 months is even being optimistic. It might be within that, but I can't see that coming out anytime soon. So sorry. As much as I would like to, I'm all for adding more modes for people to do. Because I don't think a lot of people play PvP in these games, or in Division 2 at least. I think people more play like the raid or, doing solo activities like me, or, chasing loot by themselves or cooperatively. Not really doing active PvP. I could be wrong. That's just not my jam for these games, since I always find it a little iffy to play competitive PvP games in a loot game, because that'll be entirely dependent on what you get, unless they really balance everyone so that no one gets a huge distinctive advantage for having, maybe an exotic or something like a gear set or a build that's just wildly overpowered because of the combination of loot you have.
That's why they always been updating it all the fucking time, nerfing everything.
Yeah, the recent nerf was really heavy-handed. They nerfed like rifles and marksmanship rifles and stuff by like 30%.
Wow.
So yeah, they're very quick and no, they're pretty quick to throw out the nerfs. Not so much buffs, which is always my problem with these kinds of games. Is they never seem like the developers never seem very willing to just buff everyone up to whatever level that they're being compared to, like the underperforming things. They always seem to nerf the thing that's just being an outlier, which is a shame because I prefer the other way around. They make everyone happy that their build that they like is, you know, on par with whatever was on top. It creates a more of a positive environment for people to just like, all right, now I can have more build diversity because all these work, not just one or two. We're not just screwing over people that, you know, just want to try different things. Yeah. So what do you think about their supposed loot increase, like the quality of the loot? You're supposed to get more max rolls of different attributes and things like that. What do you think? Feel it?
I only feel it in Legendary. Out in
Yeah,
the other
I feel
open
that
world,
too.
heroic, I don't really see anything different, honestly.
I don't either. I don't really notice a huge difference. So it could be better.
It could be better. I think it's okay. The way it is. If it's too good, then no one will be playing the game.
True.
You know.
There'd be nothing to chase if you get everything too quickly.
Yeah, they're really slow feeding us already, so can't make things even, you know, easier.
Yeah.
And the last thing for us to really try of this game will be the raid, and that will be a while.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I've never been too interested in trying the raid for this game. That's just me. I like doing a specific thing in these games to grind for. Yeah, I could be in the minority for that. But that brings us to our last point of what do you want Division 2 to have? Like the future of it. Like going from this state right now, do you think it's in a good state or it's okay but it needs a lot of work?
I, I say it's okay. They definitely made a big improvement since the base game, and I thought the base game was very good already compared to other similar games that were released. You know, so Division Two was always better than other games, and it's slowly getting there. I believe, uh, with every other patch, with every other update, it will get better and better. It's just that they have to work faster. You know.
Yeah.
And
I want yeah. Keep going.
if they could match what they did with the last game when it's at the final form, then it will be beautiful. You know, that 1.8 patch. for
1.8
Division
was the big one that everyone talked about. That's when I came back too.
So once they reach that kind of level, have all these different modes. Hopefully these modes are cheap because like I know they're not gonna be free no more.
No,
Probably
they're not.
cheap. Hoping it'll be cheap. More raids or inclusion, things like that.
They gotta
Make
speed
it more.
up the time between the first and second. Like it took over a year for the both to come out.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think the easiest way for them is to recycle content from the first game. Just put all the Division One into Division Two. The characters basically move the same, they shoot the same, the abilities function almost similarly. Only thing that's different is like instead of the Dur skill is a specialization gun weapon. You know,
Yeah.
not much difference. So like I feel like those information could be easily transferred over, and like if they could like up the graphics to match Division Two, that'd be perfect. And maybe they just throw in a cutscene to like, hey, this is Division One. Maybe like a flashback kind of thing, you know? so that way you could actually play Division 1 without fucking up the timeline too badly.
As if that matters, really. I don't even know what's the time span between the two.
Shit, make those two characters related or something. That's my sibling or whatever, cousin. I don't know. Some way to like connect these two games together like that. And I think the final thing, like, what do you expect will happen after Warlords? Remember how Fei Lao became part of Black Tusk? What do you expect to happen in the future in terms of the story, in terms of what we're gonna be doing and fighting?
Well, I wouldn't have dropped the spoiler like that, but personally, I think they're not going to do another expansion like this. I think they're going to do updates and seasons like this. It might go on for, maybe they'll have 4 seasons, and then they'll be done. And the skeptic in me believes that they're going to make Division 3.
Oh my god, I knew you were gonna say that.
I don't think they're going to add too much more to this game.
Okay,
Just
so
looking at the state of it, unless they have a huge patch just like 1.8. But I really can't see them doing that with this. Like, just looking at the history so far of Division 2, I don't think it's going to happen. I think these seasons are just to, you know, wait the time out. Like, you know, just to keep it going.
Okay, I see what you're saying. It sounds similar to what happened with Division 1. They had these global events. It waited out for Division 2. So
Yeah.
you could be correct. Bailout could be the main bad guy for Division 3. And since Division 2 is not being ported over to the new Xbox, the PS5, so Division 3 might be the next game for those new systems. You could be correct. You make sense. A lot of sense. I'd be really fucking sad because I gotta be paying what, $70, $80 for these next generation games now.
I just don't know if you need a Division 3 at this point. Like, maybe they should just stop with Division 2.
Well, if they make it, I'll still play it. I will not buy day one for sure, cause like, fuck, Division 2 actually went down to a massive discount at one time to become what, $3?
$3.50 or something.
That was amazing, and our friends didn't get it during time. Shame. What a shame.
They lost. Still a hell of a game. Still my favorite looter shooter on the market. I can't stand to play Destiny 2. That's a whole nother video for that. But yeah, I think Division 2's headed in a decent direction. They keep this up, but they need to vary this up more. I don't know about you, but I can't see myself playing another 2 or 3 seasons of this. And each is like 12 weeks, 3 months? No. 4 months?
Yeah.
4 months. No, 3 months.
I can't see myself consistently playing it every day, but I could see myself coming back for 1 week, getting the new stuff, and then take a break.
Yeah. Yeah, I really hope they try to change it up, because I don't know how much longer Division players will stick with it. There's been a lot of frustrations with how slow they've been handling, you know, content just being released. So I hope they speed it up a little, or just to keep people interested. I really want this game to succeed.
Me too.